what I want to talk about today is the ego. A long time ago, I think I made Ego is the Enemy one of the book of the months. So it's a book by Ryan Holiday. But what I did a few minutes ago is I released a PDF into the Discord. Okay, there we go. So ego. And one thing I did do as well is I kind of rushed the lesson plan. So I actually got a little bit of help from ChatGPT. All right. Now, I did put my own twist on it. So it's not like I just straight up copied ChatGPT, but I did use it to for a little bit of a better outline and a better understanding. So I tweaked some things, I took some things out, and this is kind of like what I want to present to you today. All right. So last night I went on a little bit of a tangent and I said, one thing about elevation is that people at your current level or lower are going to be envious of your success. Most people don't want to put the work in and just want the results. You must never justify this type of mindset. Broke people who stay broke blame the rich or the government or their parents or whoever, which to me is preposterous. Take responsibility. Don't blame other people because you're broke. And what I mean by broke is not just monetary. I don't just mean that you don't have any money. Being broke to me starts in the mind as well. You can have a lot of money but still be broke. Okay, if you have no character or no morals. I continued on and I said, lots of people walked out of my life. They still do. Or they act so rambunctiously, they just act wild in a sense, that I have no choice but to leave them where they are, to boot them out of my life, essentially. It's awkward at first, but you'll get used to it. You'll realize that they only hurt themselves. Money in the bank and skill sets that you have will let you sleep peaceful at night. Success doesn't come without consequences. You think people are going to be happy to see you winning? No, not everybody will be happy to see you winning. And there's a reason that I'm going over this, but just give me a minute here. They're going to be envious. Keep winning and don't let these goobers hold you back. And the last slide on my Instagram story is your friends today are not going to be the same friends that you're going to have in 2 to 3 years. Some of them maybe, but not all of them. Especially when you read, make money, and have a good time, watch your back. Don't say that you weren't warned. So what sparks these kind of ideas? Well, to be honest, it's my own life, G. Obviously, I'm not in the MLM industry anymore, and certain people in the MLM industry, may not like that. There's people that may not like that. I'm on YouTube and that. I'm going to keep it crispy with you, bro. We're fucking winning. We're fucking winning, dude. I'm winning. You guys are winning. People are getting funded. Librites community has over $1 million in funding challenges, like past challenges, over $1 million fucking dollars funded. Like, we're winning, bro. And as much as I enjoy celebrating that, there's a little bit of ego involved, right? But at the same time, though, like, that's the point, though. The point is to win. The point is to become funded. The point is to make money and change your life, right? And be part of a community that is bigger than any individual. That's the fucking point. I bring this up because, well, straight up, some people don't like what I'm doing, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you this because it's going to happen to you too. If you leave your job to be a day trader, no one's going to believe you. No one's going to be like, oh, that's legit or whatever. Like, these people are going to be mad. They still have to go to work. They still have to put on a uniform and clock in and listen to their bitch ass boss and stay in debt and all that bullshit, sit in traffic. They're going to be stuck in that matrix. They're going to be stuck. and you're going to separate yourself. You're going to elevate. That is the whole premise behind what I call the proximity success gap. Let me see if we can draw that on the chart really quick, actually, as we look at this big ass bull flag over here on the S&P. If you just simply understand this, okay, watch this. All right, it ain't perfect, but it's good enough. And then we're going to have this starting point as well. And yes, I do talk about this in my next book. I just haven't put the visuals in yet. And I had been working on that, by the way. I got a lot done yesterday or the day before. But anyway, so what I'm trying to portray to you is a certain starting point, okay? Meaning maybe you met somebody or whatever, or maybe you're the same age or some shit. Both of you have basically a similar starting point, okay? And over time, this is what tends to happen. The starting point, meaning, let's say this is a year or 2 years or 3 years in lengths of time, okay? By the end of those 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years, whatever it is, if you are at the position that you started, you got the same, I guess, wealth, you got the same character and mindset, maybe level of maturity, like nothing really changed, you just stayed the same. That's stagnation. Okay, that's one of my biggest fears, just so you know. For those of you that do elevate to whatever degree over a long period of time, you are what? You are well above your starting point. You grew in wealth, you grew your business, you grew in your character, maybe you lost weight, got in shape or whatever, like health, wealth, all that shit. You're up. You got funded, all this shit. Like you're seeing success. Great. You're going to have friends. You have a starting point. You become successful. Maybe some people you know don't really do shit, so they stay the same no matter what. And then some people just, they became envious, they became jealous, they never really learned morals or ethics, they don't read, they just suck. Like your life sucks, like you have no money, no ambition, like just this is fucking terrible. All right, what I'm referring to, what I call the proximity success gap, okay, is that difference. Okay, do you see what I'm talking about? The difference between where you're at and where they are down here. There's a massive difference. And that difference gets bigger over time. You make more money, you make more money, you make more money, you make more money. They get in debt, they get further in debt, they get further in debt. That gap just over time keeps going and keeps going. This is, to me, visually, this is a representation of why people become envious and jealous, and they become a hater, because they are either stagnant or losing and you are winning. Okay, so it's just, again, a very simple visualization of the proximity success gap. Proximity meaning your friends, your family, you know, people that you know, acquaintances, whatever. It's like they know you, right? And so what you don't want to be, obviously, is the person down here who's a fucking failure. You don't want to be stagnant, okay? You obviously want to be in, you know, somewhere in the level of I'm better than I used to be. All right? So there really is no top to this. I mean, you know, again, visual representation. So how can we become more like on the success side versus the stagnation side or the failure side? And that's where the ego comes in. So ego in psychological terms refers to a person's sense of self-importance and self-esteem. While a healthy ego can contribute to self-confidence and motivation, an overinflated ego or egotism can have several negative consequences. So here's 5 reasons why you should avoid being egotistical. It's not an order of importance, it's just a list, rather. All right. Number one, it impedes personal growth. Egotistical individuals often avoid self reflection and deeper inquiries about themselves, which are crucial for meaningful transformation and personal development. Number two, being egotistical damages relationships. An egotistical attitude can lead to arrogance and self centered behavior, making it difficult to form genuine connections with others. This can result in isolation and strained relationships. Yikes. Although I want, in this presentation, obviously I want you to think about yourself, but you can also think about other people too. Maybe you have a coworker or a boss or whoever that you're like, oh yeah, this is them. Like, like this is them, John. Oh my God. Or this might be you. Hopefully it's one of the two. All right. Number three, being egotistical hinders leadership. Effective leadership requires humility, empathy, and the ability to listen. Egotistical leaders often struggle with these qualities, leading to poor decision making and a lack of trust from their team. I could go probably on like a 30-minute rant just on that about the MLM industry, but we're going to move right along. Number four, it limits learning and adaptability. Egotistical individuals may resist seeking help or admitting mistakes. We all know people that probably never apologized or have never admitted mistakes before, which limits their ability to learn from others and adapt to new situations. This can hinder both personal and professional growth. Number five, it creates a negative perception. Society often views boastful and arrogant behavior negatively, which can damage one's reputation and opportunities for success. So, in summary, while a healthy ego is essential, being egotistical can lead to personal and professional challenges. Cultivating humility, self-awareness, and a willingness to learn and connect with others is crucial for long-term success and fulfillment. So the rest of this PDF, there's only like 2 more pages. This is the first page. The second page goes over, I believe, humility. Yeah. The second page goes over humility. The fourth page, like the third explanation page, is about self-awareness. Okay, so you know kind of why being egotistical can be bad for you and for your business, for your team, for your leadership, and there's like no good to that. Cultivating humility involves intentional practices that can help a person develop self-awareness, empathy, and a balanced perspective on their own importance. Now, if you just came in here, or, you know, like if you're late or whatever, this PDF is in the Discord. So if you don't want to like follow along with what I'm doing, or you want to, you know, read this for yourself, it's in the Discord general chat. You can download it. It's free. Okay. So how can a person cultivate humility? Number one, practice active listening. Listen more than you speak. That Zeno, right? Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? Give your full attention to others when they speak and seek to understand their perspectives before responding. A good leader would definitely do that too. Number 2, seek feedback. Actively seek feedback from colleagues, friends, and family. This helps you understand how others perceive you and identify areas for personal growth, as long as they're legit about it, because some people might just be like, yeah, you suck, and then that's it. But, you know, if they're honest and constructive, then that's a good thing. All right. Number 3, and this is like one of my business principles as well, being, you know, people over profit, and the whole servant leadership idea from John Maxwell. I know Lee Bright knows probably about that. Reading a lot of John Maxwell this year. Serve others. Choose to serve others without expecting anything in return. Acts of service foster a sense of humility by putting others' needs before your own. So if you study under somebody, you know, whether it's trading or business or entrepreneurship or whatever, if they're not putting you first, go somewhere else. Okay, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Number 4, reflect on your actions. Encourage self-reflection to understand your motivations and behaviors. This practice can help you identify egotistical tendencies and work towards humility. You can reflect on your own trading as well. That's probably a good thing too. So, I don't know, time and time again, I had told you guys to journal. I have told you guys to do self-reflection. We did, I think, Q4 reflection or something last year, and Q1, I think, and Q2. Q3 is coming up, right? Number 5, express gratitude. Regularly express gratitude for what you have and for the contributions of others. Gratitude helps shift focus away from oneself and recognize the value others bring to your life. So the one of the journals that I have is a gratitude journal. I think I've showed you this before. It is a gratitude journal, and the link to this one is in the PDF, by the way. It's at the bottom. Okay, so I did leave a link if you want this specific one. It's kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you just want a regular piece of paper, you can definitely do that. But I have a gratitude journal, and that's exactly what it's for. And it even comes with its own prompts and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty cool. All right. Number 6, acknowledge mistakes. Be willing to admit and learn from your mistakes. This openness to growth and change is a key component of humility. Right. So I think I touched on that earlier, how we probably know people that have never apologized before. They didn't want to seem weak, or they don't want to look bad in front of others. All right, that's not the right way to do it. You have to acknowledge your mistakes, okay? And there's plenty of people that don't do that. That's a problem, right? Who was it? 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene, never appear too perfect. Hopefully you read 48 Laws. That was book of the month of, I think, a few months ago. Moving on. Number 7, avoid comparison. Compare yourself only to your past self, not to others. This helps you focus on personal growth rather than fostering jealousy or pride. Okay. Now, one thing too, I will admit, in the last pretty much all of 2024 and probably most, if not all of 2023, I really did not focus on what other people are doing. I don't care what other people are trading. I don't care what other communities are doing. I don't care. I care about the SMS community. I care about the Discord. I care about you guys and the people that follow me on Instagram too. I serve them to a degree as well. I'm not looking at what other people are doing. I think, okay, what is the best that we can do for this community? And, how can I pick the best book of the month for you guys? And I come up with lesson plans, right? And everything is tailored for you, right? And I don't care what other communities are doing. So it's not a surprise that this community is growing. It's not a surprise that you guys are getting funded, right? And learning how to become an independent trader, right? Some of you guys are posting charts. Some of you take better entries than I do anyway. Like, you guys are learning and winning, right? Because we're focused. I'm focused on you guys. You guys are focused on the markets. You're trading and you're doing well. And there's signatures of that. I'm not just saying that, just to say that. Go look at the, what is it? Not the announcements one. Testimonials. Thank you, Naruto. Thank you for that. I don't know how I couldn't think of that. That's crazy. Teamwork makes the dream work, though. The testimonials tab, go look at it, right? Every single month, the last few months, somebody's been getting funded. Multiple people have gotten funded in like a week or even a day. There's videos on this YouTube channel, testimonials with Jeff, Zay, and a few others that have gotten funded. Like, come on, bro. And just to close this out, by incorporating these practices into daily life, a person can develop a more humble, grounded, and authentic approach to interacting with others and understanding themselves. Okay, beautiful. So again, we talked about the ego and why you would want to avoid being egotistical. And then we went over a little bit on humility. And then now we'll talk a little bit about self-awareness. Okay, it's a little bit shorter, but this is an introduction to the ego. All right. Building self-awareness is a crucial aspect of personal and professional development. Here are several strategies to help you become more self-aware. Number one, this one's kind of in order. Clarify your values, right? There was a video and a PDF that I put out a long time ago, my business principles, right? I publicly stated my 4 of my business principles. Okay. And now, again, the channel continues to grow. The community continues to grow. And it was not a secret. It's never been a secret. It never will be a secret. It's always been public. And it's working, obviously, right? Not to be egotistical, but I'm just saying it's been out there. I'm not hiding this from anybody. I clarified the values that I want to stand on for this community and for myself. Okay. Identifying and understanding your core values can guide your decisions and behavior, making you more self-aware. Number 2, set goals and reflect. Write down your goals and periodically reflect on your progress. This can help you stay aligned with your values and understand your motivations and challenges. I didn't include this today because I haven't updated it, but what have you noticed a lot of the times? Look at down here, right? That member goal and that subscriber goal. Those are goals that I have for this channel and for this community. So I didn't update it today or yesterday. So the number might be slightly off, but you guys know 90% of the time here, we have this member goal and a subscriber goal. Practicing what you preach. Take notes, MLM industry. Number 3, keep a journal. Writing daily entries about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences can help you track your emotional patterns and understand yourself better. And we talk about that in the trading journey as well. Do we not do that? Have we not talked about journals all the time? Yes, we have. And I have another one too. I have a lot of these, my friend. I've shown you time and time again. All right. We really do this. Okay. Number 4, that was kind of a repeat. To seek feedback from others, ask your friends or whatever, like all that shit. Moving on, reflect on your impact. Consider how your actions affect others. That's a big one, especially if you're a leader or if you run a community. Consider how your actions affect others. This reflection can help you understand your strengths and weaknesses in interpersonal interactions. And just to close out the self-awareness, by incorporating these practices into your routine, you can develop a deeper understanding of yourself, leading to improved decision-making and stronger relationships. Okay. And then, like I said, the last page has some resources. If you want to read Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, if you have not read that already, you need to. That link is there. The journaling notebooks, this black one that I have here, it also comes in other colors. The 2-pack, I think, is like $15. The link is there if you want to buy it off of Amazon. The leather journal 5x7, this is one of them. It's more expensive, obviously, but it's up to you. But I did include the 5x7 leather journal. If you guys want to pick that up, you can do that. I think it's like $20 or $25. And the one I showed earlier, the gratitude journal with the daily prompts, that is also on Amazon as well. Okay. So again, there's at least 3 different types of journals that I have here. Just right next to me, I have more, but these are like the 3 immediate ones right here. Okay. So if you haven't journaled, start journaling. I wanted to put that out there. I wanted to give you guys some philosophical thought, right? To be able to think about how to be better, how to live better, how to lead better, all that kind of stuff. And so hopefully that helps you today.